Very good morning, St. Marians. Welcome back once again in your geography class. And I have today for you some of the quick revision questions. Class 10th students, pay attention. What you have studied in the last class of our first unit test. I have a few questions for you just to have warming up of your last syllabus. Note down these questions. And if you know answer, write in comment box. Let me see who is studying at home and who is wasting time. First question is, what are different types of drainage pattern used in topographic maps? I hope you are very clear. I have taught you this in my old classes. Next question is, what are different types of settlements patterns used in topographic maps? That also you should be thorough with and write it. Name the major river system of North and South India. That also I have told you what are the major river system in the north of India and what are the major river system in the south of India exist. So that also I have told you while filling maps. My fourth question is for you. Name 3 parallel ranges of Himalayan mountain range in India. So you have to write those parallel ranges names. Question 5th is you have to write briefly about IS time meridian. I stand for Indian Standard Time Meridian. You have to write about the degrees of the time meridian. At the same time, you have to write from where this standard meridian passes. So, be ready and write it. Now, let me take to you on our half-yearly chapter portion. So, for our half-yearly chapter, for our half-yearly portion, we have the syllabus for this chapter 8. Focus on the syllabus. We have to go through in this chapter distribution of temperature, rainfall, winds in summer and winter, and focus the affecting of climate of the area. Monsoon and its mechanism also will study in the same chapter. And we also study that what are the kinds of season which are faced by India. So, which are gifted to India. That is March to May we have summer, June to September we have monsoon, October to November we have retreating monsoon, and December to February we have winter. So like this, we'll go through in this chapter all this. You know, dear student, India has a tropical monsoon type of climate. This is because India lies in the tropical belt. Tropical belt, that is torrid belt, you have studied in your 9th class. And its climate is influenced by the monsoon winds, which are largely confined to the tropic, that is 20 degree north to 20 degrees south. The main characteristics of the type of climate are relatively high temperature and dry winters. So, this is the unique characteristics. Let us see what a regional variation. What do you mean by regional variation? The word regional variation means region to region we have different temperature during the day, temperature during the night. For example, it is written here. For example, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh in the north differ from Kerala and Tamil Nadu in the south. So, this Bihar and Uttar Pradesh states have different type of climate, while Kerala and Tamil Nadu have different types of climate. Yet, states have similar monsoon type of climate. So, these states have similar monsoon type of climate. These variations are expressed in the pattern of wind, temperature and rainfall, rhythm of seasons, and the degrees of wetness or dryness. These diversities are known as subtypes of monsoon climate. Let us see what are the temperature variations. Seasonal variation in temperature occur from place to place from the region of India. Variations in temperature are found at a single place and a single day. For example, these variations can be discussed below. You all know that Barmer in Rajasthan may record a temperature of 48 degree or 50 degrees Celsius on a June day, while it hardly reaches 22 degrees Celsius as Felgam or Gulmarg in Kashmir. Kashmir is in the north, Rajasthan is in the west of India. So, these have different temperature. You see variation. And on the same day, however, in their Dras near Kargil, the temperature may go down minus 40 degrees Celsius during winter. Next point we have to see, Kerala has tropical climate with a warm and moist air, whereas Punjab has continental climate with severe heat and alternating with severe cold. The temperature touches minus 40 degrees C. That's what we have seen in Kargil on the month of December, whereas Kerala records 20 degrees C to 22 degrees C, that is Celsius, in the same month. The annual range of temperature is 3 degrees Celsius along the Malabar coast and more than 20 degrees Celsius in the interiors. The different Difference between the day and night temperature in the Andaman Islands and Kerala is hardly 7 or 8 degrees Celsius, whereas in Thar Desert it is between 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. So this is what we have to keep in mind. Now let us see precipitation. What do you mean by precipitation? Precipitation means rainfall. How does rainfall occur? Variations occur not only in the type of precipitation but also in its amount and the seasonal distribution. Snowfall occurs in the Himalayas, whereas it is only rains over the rest of the country. Cherrapunji and Mansaram in Meghalaya get about 1100 centimeters of rain in the year, whereas Jaisalmer in Rajasthan hardly receive 9 centimeters of rainfall in a year. Tura in Meghalaya gets an amount of rainfall in a single day which is equal to 10 years of rainfall in Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. So see the variation, see the changes. The Coromandel coast remains dry in the month of July and August, whereas the Ganga Delta and the coastal plains of Odisha are hit by strong storm almost every third or fifth day during these months. Most part of India receive rainfall during the June September, but the coastal areas of the Tamil Nadu gets rain in the beginning of the winter season. So this is what we have to observe and keep in mind. Now let us see factors affecting the climate. What are the factors that affect the climate of India? Climate refers to generalized and composite picture of the average weather conditions spread over a long period for a given large area. The factors which influence in the climate of India are the Himalayas. You know what is Himalaya? Himalaya is a great barrier, great wall which is stand in the north and east of India, northeastern part of India. The Himalayas from the climatic barrier separating India from Indian subcontinent from the rest of Asia. They not only prevent the cold Siberian winds from entering the Indian region and form India becoming a cold desert, but they also force the moisture laden southwest monsoon winds to shed rainfall in India, or else in India would have been a dry region. So if this Himalayas would not be there, then India would have been a very dry region. What are monsoon winds? The monsoon winds are almost a universal effect in the beginning summer rains over the whole of South Asia, peninsular India towards the low pressure system, northwest India from Arabian. So from Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, the moisture carried by these southwesterly winds from the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal bring rains to the entire subcontinent, leaving Tibet dry in the rain shadow. What is rain shadow? Where rain is less of Himalayas. The southwest monsoon start retreating by the end of September from Punjab and Uttar Pradesh, by the October from the Central Asia, by the end of November from South India. So retreating monsoon.